Good morning, welcome in. You sure look familiar. Have you been in here before? Your name's Ryan? Nice to meet you, I'm Ricky. What's that in? Ryan Reynolds? So you have been here before. Well, welcome back. It's nice to see you. Reynolds. Are you related to that Burt Reynolds? Now, he's a real superstar. May he rest in peace. I'm just kidding. I'm sure you get that all the time. But you would look good if you grew out a mustache like Burt Reynolds. You know, one day, one day you're going to hit puberty and your facial hair will grow right in. It's okay. You sound a bit like a foreigner. Where are you from? Canada. Canada. I never heard of that. Is it in France? But, well, believe it or not, we used to be friends, so you should feel right at home here. Oh, he's one of those movie stars. I was in a movie once too. Ever heard of Skeleton Key with that Goldie Hawn's little girl? Well, there's a scene in there where for a whole second you could see my left elbow right in the top corner of the screen. Well, unless you're watching it in full screen, in which case I'm fully cut out. But, I guess we's both movie stars. Ain't it nice to have something in common like that? I was an extra in another film that they filmed here just a couple of years ago. But, all my scenes got cut out, so I never made it to the final film. I guess that's a loss for everybody. You kind of remind me of one of the characters in that film. Yes, you do. He was this guy. He had this skin tight, glowing green suit, and he just flew around and he did stuff. And what was his name? Come me. It'll come me. Hold on. Tomare. Spitting image of Tomare. You are. I love that. And oh my God. Is that Blake Lively? Hi, Miss Lively, welcome in. What coincidence, we was just talking about you with this random gentleman over here. I was just talking about a movie that you starred in. I'm a huge fan of yours. I loved Ages of Adelaide and A Simple Favor. You know who else was in The Simple Favor? Anna Kendrick. I do love her as well. She was in this other movie, right? It was called The Voices. It is about this schizophrenic man hearing these voices, right? It's a little offensive to everybody who actually has schizophrenia, such as myself, but whatever. Do they have movie theaters in Canada where you from? I love going to the theater, but it can be so expensive, right? But luckily, recently I found this cell phone plan. It's called the Mint Mobile, right? And it sounds real gimmicky, like $15 a month. And now here's the catch: you gotta pay it all at once. But I'm like $200 for a year, and then you're one and done. And I take all of that I save on the cell phone, and I get to go to theaters all the time now. So there's this movie actually coming out next year with Hugh Jackman reprising his role as Wolverine. I do love myself some Hugh Jackman, right? I'm so excited for that film. I love superhero films in general. Really, what got me started in all the superhero films, there was the little franchise back in the late 90s, early 2000s. It was starring the phenomenon known as Wesley Snipes. Can't just say Wesley Snipes. A phenomenon, Wesley Snipes. It also had Jessica Biel, from the Seventh Heaven. And one of them was starring this up and coming young actor guy. I don't remember who he was. I don't know if anything ever amounted to him. I do wish him the best, though. But really, all this talk about movies, and really, honestly, back in the day, I was more of a TV junkie myself. There was this weird little show, Two Guys, a Girl, and a Pizza Place. Now, I do love myself some pizza and anything to do with it. That film it was the breakout role for Nathan Fillion. Now, he's a foreigner too, so you might have something in common with him. However, he's just from Canada, our neighbor in the north. But anyway, you look around, have a good time. Come get me if you have any questions.